like I said, we got a little head start with some of the incorporated some things to those guys. But, it's different than it's training camp and some veterans out there. So, sometimes it's a deer in the headlight look a little bit, but the veterans have been great help as Fred? Like I said, Fred has been great from day one. Not only on the court, but getting dinners with guys. He's seen probably a few guys out there in the conference, and so he's been a great mentor to all these guys already. But on the court, it's like a leader out there. So IQ-wise, he's always pulling me to the side, helping with technique, fundamentals. Those things go a long way. So it's going to be huge for us, not only on the court, but mentorship and leadership and communication.
You mentioned yesterday the different things how they can do offensively. How do you determine what you want? Is it experiment, see what fits with guys, see what goes well, or the things you already have in mind that you want to fold in?
Yeah, playing against him and watching him in the past, some of the things he does already. We want him to be well-rounded like the rest of the group and use all his attributes. And so he's a smart passer, great offensive rebounder, in addition to offense inside, outside. So you just try to take what he does really well already and kind of incorporate that to the
And that's things you already knew. Do you have to find out how it meshes with the others only by trial and error?
Yeah, a little bit of that, but you have a great idea already of what he does. And so some things going into this, we have an idea of how we can use it. So we can get some what he does well. I mentioned yesterday, he's adding to us. He's a good guy here.
Coach, what is it like to have Jeff Green on the floor?
It's another huge. I coached Jeff in Brooklyn a few years ago, and it was a different capacity. He was out there with James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and those guys. He's more of a mentor guy here. He had a great year last year winning the championship. So that experience, and you see him in a different role there. You had him in Brooklyn, so he's been great, just like the rest of the guys. He's a veteran for a long time. I kind of joke with him about being on 15 teams in the league. He's seen a lot of things, so he can kind of incorporate things. He's seen that really well and things like this. So he's just like fits in the mold with Dylan and Fred and those guys.
It's like having another assistant coach on the floor.
Basically, at this point, he's one guy I played against before I retired. So he's been around for a minute.
You mentioned yesterday that there was some terminology that might be different for the young guys kind of from last year to this year, or the players who maybe play for different organizations. I was wondering if you could maybe give us some specific examples of how the terminology might be different for what you're teaching these guys versus what they're accustomed to previously.
Different in the sense that it's just a different verbiage. It's a lot of the same actions that, you're not reinventing the wheel as far as that, but they know it is one thing, call it a different thing, so it's simple as that.
Is there anything specific you can share with us about that?
I mean, a lot of guys call a zoom action, we call it, DHO backside. So it's offensive things as well as defensive. We kick guys out on the switch, 1-5 switch. We're switching some things. The big tries to roll our small down. We call it, let's kick that guy out. Other guys have a different call for it. So similar actions, just different verbiage, like I said.
How do you feel your rookies have handled, their first training camp and getting used to being NBA players?
They've been great. I think Summer League, our time in the gym has kind of prepped them for this. Although the intensity goes up and the level of competitiveness goes up when we have a full group here, they've kind of been around for a minute now and done a great job. So I think us being in the gym, those guys being in shape, coming in ready, they've already kind of got their hands on the NBA a little bit, and so it's a little less of a transition.
Coach Jay Sean is one of the oldest players that was here before you got here as the rest of the veterans. What have you seen from him these first 2 days as far as his hustle, his drive, on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, he's a huge piece, well-rounded, does a lot of things great, so he's a little bit of Swiss Army knife as far as that. But he's another guy who's kind of been through the hard times. He's one guy who came for 3 years of struggle, and a guy that really is motivated to help the team. So you got the young guys and you got the vets, and he's kind of in the middle, but he's seen that, been there, done that with this group, and really wants to see this come out on the other side.
He said the other day he's starting to get a lot stronger in his legs, especially to defend. Are you seeing any of that? Is it too soon to know? What is he doing defensively, and how much is that because of physical improvements?
Yeah, I can't tell you if it's a physical thing or just a mentality shift. Like I said yesterday, we're challenging guys to do more than they've done in the past, improve in certain areas. So he's taking that to heart. You got guys holding him accountable on the court as well. So he's going to constantly hear from the coaching staff and the players. And whether it's a physical thing or just mentally challenging himself to get after it, he knows he has to improve in that area. So
It sounds like that, as much as anything, determines his success this year. Not because we know what he can do offensively. Minutes might have to be determined.
yeah, I wouldn't say it's minutes specifically, but improvement overall and how it really benefits the team. And I said this about Jalen and guys. We want them to be able to play on both ends of the court. Some guys do certain things very well. He's a great offensive player, but if you're that smart and have that high of an IQ, you have to be able to figure out on defense. So I've seen much lesser athletes and players do well on defense, so it's just more IQ and being cerebral.
This group's a lot new, and it's really been around for a while. Does it change the way that you approach them because of that?
Somewhat, we kind of hit the ground running. I think we're not skipping any steps. We are taking it back to basic and fundamental, as if they don't know what we're trying to teach them. To some extent, that's true, with the new group, but not really due to their age. I think regardless if you have a veteran group or young group, we're coming in with starting with the fundamentals anyway. So our group is the same thing, but we have new guys as well, so we're not really lumping in or base it off their age more so. We're trying to teach them new things. Yeah, with everything. Like I mentioned, the Boston situation was no different as far as that. Regardless of success, we come in trying to change things as a coach, change the culture somewhat, and so that takes time regardless. And so you have to be patient with it. It's not going to happen overnight. Changing habits takes a while.
And this situation remind you at all of what you walked into?
Well, a lot of parallels, honestly. Other than the age difference and the level of success they had before they got there, as well as a few weeks behind the finals. Similarities as far as that, but I'd say my playing career as well helped me with this. I played some young teams in Portland and Sacramento and have kind of gone through this, so I always have that in the back of my mind, how to go about it and what to try to avoid.
I know you mentioned kind of going back to the basics and kind of building things up from there. You mentioned kind of switching things 1 through 5. Does that also apply to Alpi, or have you given it some thought about how you want to deploy him with certain defensive coverages?
We've done that with everybody at start. And like I said, we're kind of reverse engineering it where we're switching everything now, knowing that we'll get our coverage in all of the games. But for us, we want them to be extra aggressive defensively, and part of that reason is to switch. So when we kind of peel back, we're still aggressive and up and impacting the ball and doing things like that.
So you're comfortable with Alpi switching?
I'm not saying I'm comfortable with it, but we're all doing it. And it's only benefiting everybody because the majority of our guards and wings are going to do that. So when we get the schematics and different coverages out, we will be able to do both.
And in the past, are you doing more things or different things?
Actually, we didn't do everything yet. We just in day 2, so we're learning slowly. So yeah, pretty much I do a lot of stuff in the Saburiki and how they used me last year in the most of the second half. So I do pretty things in 2 days.
Other things that you can do right now that you maybe couldn't do last year?
What do you mean?
Like physically, you feel like you're stronger?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I worked this summer, how I can say, with the discipline. So of course I feel more stronger and more faster right now.
You're feeling it on the court already? You can tell the difference?
Yeah, actually, we are in the day 2 right now, and we weren't going hard that much last week, so I'm just getting used to it.
He may talk about how he's kind of keeping things very simple right now in the beginning, kind of going back to the fundamentals. You mentioned defensively, everybody is switching right now. How comfortable are you switching on defense as a big?
Yeah, right now, all my teammates, everybody helping each other, so it's making it easy to switch. So, but we're gonna see in the game. We just, like you said, we work in 2 days and we do just switch. We're just learning switch right now. I never used to do switch in my career, but if we do like this and everybody help each other and then they more teaching me like this, why not?
How do you feel the communication is on defense with everybody talking?
Yeah, everybody's talking. It's good. We have good energy right now, and coaches are giving us more energy to do it. They scream us, they do everything. So they make us like play with more energy.
How competitive has the training camps been the first 2 days?
Actually, it's been good, but I got a little hurt yesterday, but I'm good today. So I missed kind of 5-on-5 yesterday, but I'm glad to be back today. It's been good. It's been good so far.
What happened yesterday? What happened?
I don't know. When we were playing 500, I just feel something in my ankle, but I got some treatment after it, and then I feel better.
And you went full out today, 100%?
Yes.
Do you feel like you have more confidence this year taking an open three compared to your first couple
Yeah,
seasons?
for sure. And actually, I work all summer, like I said, and then now my teammates is telling me and my coaches is telling me we need you to shoot, and it didn't happen last year like this, But now they telling me to shoot, so I feel more confident right now. Because I work all summer also.
How much of running an offense through you, using you as a sort of hub of an offense, is just about chemistry, just getting to know each other and feel good with each other, as opposed to what skills you might have or anything?
Actually, kind of everybody know each other here because we have a lot of veterans now, and then they've been like 10 years, 8 years, so they know me. I know them. I'm playing with them 3 years, so they kind of know me, and I know how they're playing too. But of course, we need to get used to it. How we're gonna we know we need to know each other.
You talked to Jeff at all about working with Nikola and what that was like? Are there things that he can tell you that you can use?
Yeah, I was going to ask him how you guys was guarding him, how he's doing practicing and other stuff. And yeah, I was always how I can say, learning about wanting to know what he's gonna do, what's he doing, and because he's last couple years he's the so far best player in the NBA, so. I want to know. I'm not just asking Nikola. I'm just asking other persons too. But especially I was Nikola.
You're somebody who has some pretty amazing passes. What do you think about Amen's passing ability so far through a couple days of practice?
Actually, we were working before here too, so I know what he's doing, and I watch him in summer league too. Actually, he didn't play that much in summer league, but we did a lot of practice together, so I know him already. He's like I said in summer league, he's thinking before score, assist before score. So and we have pretty that skill we can do. So pretty good.
How comfortable do you feel with him and with Fred, kind of that pick and roll game, operating the two-man game with those guys?
I didn't play actually with Amen that much in 2 days now, but I'm playing. I play with Fred today. I feel very comfortable. I feel very comfortable with two of them. Actually, I played with them before here too. So we're just learning, we're just learning each other. Now man needs to learn a lot of things too, and Fred knows a lot of things, so he's teaching us, and then same thing Fred needs to teach Amen too.
Before we get started, can you just talk about the gift bags that you gave to your teammates?
Yeah, just a little welcome kit and just something to get us going as we take this trip coming down here for camp. So I remember what that felt like as my first couple years in the league, just being excited for the beginning of the season. So just getting with my team and figuring out how we can do something to bond us together. I really want them to read the book, so you got to sprinkle some candy in there to take the medicine, but all the other stuff is just a welcome to just bring us together a little bit.
In the offseason, you got a chance. Sorry, Jack. In the offseason, you got a chance to sit down with the Pickett podcast, and you talked a lot about how influential your stepfather was, and how influential your family was to your upbringing, and how it molded you for today. How influential are they to you at this point in your career?
Well, that made me who I am. There's no doubt about that. I think just the man I am, the man I'm growing into, be a father, brother, a son, a partner. Just trying to be a stand-up guy and be respectable. My name carries weight, and I'm in good graces with most people I come across. So I think that comes from my upbringing and just being a solid dude.
You said you really want them to read the book. Can you tell us the name of the book and kind of why you have a connection to it and why you want them to read it?
Yeah, this Chop Wood, Carry Water is just really the summary I would give you would just be fall in love with the process of becoming great, and I know that with the last couple seasons. I think the book, more so than anything, just falling in love with becoming great in the process of that, and the steps that it takes. It's not like a straight path to climb out of where we've been here. and you're gonna have to be in tune and locked into the days when it's tough. It's easy to be excited and energetic on the first day of training camp, but it's gonna be those days in the middle of the season where things are hard and adversity hits, and you gotta just be able to push through it and come together as a team.
A lot of new guys here, even though most of those new guys are veterans. How much of this process is to develop chemistry, get to know each other, particularly since some are different offensively than your typical center?
Yeah, I know that's a big part of it. I think coach has done a good job of stressing that we find that chemistry on and off the court and just learn each other, especially on the court, learning tendencies and learning what guys like. To be offensively and then defensively just communicating at a high level so we got each other covered. But it's a good mix. We got just enough vets and a lot of young guys that we got to bring along and get up to speed. But so far it's been great.
As a point guard, how do you sort of weigh, all right, I want Alpe to work through Alpe on this, and other times, no, you're going to run what point guards run?
Yeah, I think it's just all a balance of just taking what the defense gives, matchups, who you're playing, when you're playing them. Time to score, it's all of those things, but for the most part, I usually just play within the flow of the offense, and obviously, when I get hot, then I get hot, but you play ball screens, teams that play different coverages, you play some ball screens, you take advantage of mismatches, so it's going to be pretty specific game to game, and that's the great part about having a team where everybody can be effective, is it'll be probably a different guy, on a nightly basis.
So it's a club in the bag, but it's not like you use a 3-on it every. You use it when it's approved.
Yeah, no, for sure. You gotta hit your club when the shot calls for it. So I think this coach putting in our spacing, a couple of principles, a couple of quick hitters, so we know kind of what we're flowing into, and then the rest we just gotta make plays and play good basketball, share the ball. We got enough talent to score.
Speaking about the chemistry, we've seen you working a lot with Jalen Green, building that chemistry, talking to him on the sidelines. What's some of the things you've been talking to him about, from taking that stuff from a promising young player to maybe a possible all-star one day?
Yeah, I think he's just super hungry. I just feel that he's super hungry to be great and to take that next step. And so ultimately, I'm just sharing my experiences and things that I've done, things that I've seen the other great players that I've played with, and just figuring out what's going to work for him and what's his process going to be. But I'm just here to assist him in that, and the biggest thing is he works really hard, and he's really hungry to win and to be great. And I think that obviously is going to be a step-by-step process, but I'm excited for him this year to play, more of a winning style of basketball.
How does this training camp feel this year with this team compared to past training camps you've been a part of?
A lot of teaching for sure. It's kind of like starting at ground zero and building up, so it's back to the basics, which is good. I think that this new generation of basketball players is missing some of that, so I'm happy that we're kind of stripping away everything and starting with the super fundamentals of how to build up a foundation of the team, and I think it'll pay dividends for us in the long run.
Is there a lesson that you've tried to impart so far early on?
A lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just that it's day one and day two. It's a long road ahead of us, and I think you have to find a way to be excited about the work. You can't skip. There's no shortcuts. So it's going to be a rep it out every day, hard work until we get to a place where we don't have to think about it. But we still got to be able to put the work in.
When you look at the early part of your career, how important was it to have Kyle Lowry and Mark?
You're incredible. It really gave me a great head start. Two incredible guys to learn from on and off the court. They were a little farther along, All-Star. They had just come off the Eastern Conference Finals when I got there. So learning, habits, tricks of the trade, little secrets, things that you can do to get ahead, and ultimately the work ethic and the professionalism is two things that I was able to take.
Is that important to you to kind of have that same way up with these young guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember Kyle told me, my rookie year, that somebody told him and somebody told them, it's like you gotta learn it, get it, and then you gotta pass it down. That's what it's about. So everything that I've learned and experienced in my 7 years so far, I'm gonna share with this group. And they take the good. Hopefully, they throw the bad out and take the good and add it to what they got.
Did you go through any rookie hazing your rookie year, and is there any lighthearted rookie hazing for a men and fan coming down?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find something for those guys to do. I think the worst I had to do was dance or sing or carry a pink bag or something like that. But it wasn't too crazy. I'm not too crazy on the hazing, but they'll definitely have some duties for sure.
You guys ran probably more defenses than any team in the league the last few years. I know 2 days in, You don't have that many, but do you see potential to be more versatile, more varied than is typical?
Absolutely. You just look at the group that we have, you go guy by guy and see, where they can be effective. I think obviously you'll see a lot of switching the way the NBA is played today. Just really challenging, Alpy to find different ways to be effective on defense. He's not just probably going to sit in the drop like he's used to, so he's going to get more active. And with having Jeff will probably play some 5, and obviously Jabari. So having all of those guys that are versatile at the big spot. Obviously Jock can move a little bit, so and then we got the guards and the wings. But there's potential to do a lot of nice things defensively, and I'm looking forward to that.